Hey, it's Ruby. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through my 2024 TBR. These are the books that I want to read before the end of the year. And I've told myself that I will be reading them. If I don't, I have to unhaul them. Because I tend to do well with ultimatums. So that's what we're going to go with. I have 10 on the list because I thought that was pretty reasonable. So let's go through them. I don't own 2 of them. The other 8 I do. We'll talk about why. But anyway, I decided that I'm also gonna start doing TBR jar videos again every month because I miss them. But I'm only gonna do like 5 picks because I always have so many books that I want to read, and September is not going well. Where are we today? We're September 19th, and I've read like 3 books, which is not the norm, but it's okay. Anyway, so the first book that I want to read before the end of the year is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. Is that her name? Maybe. So this book I've seen everywhere on TikTok. Everybody's read it, and I feel like I need to read it to see why everybody loves it. It has a trope that really nobody likes, which is the accidental pregnancy trope. Nobody likes that. I don't feel like I've ever read. No, I did. I read it in one of Abby Jimenez's books, but I was okay with it. It didn't really bother me, so I'm guessing that I'm gonna like this since it didn't really bother me. And I have it on audiobook, so that's probably how I'll be listening to it. And if I like it enough, then I'll buy it. If not, no harm done. I'm trying to do that more. I'm trying to read the books through Libby or Kindle Unlimited before I buy them because, you know, I don't want to buy a book and then hate it and be stuck with it or have to sell it, or, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's the first one. And then the other one that I don't own is because it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in November, and it is Sky Shade by Alex Astor. This is book 3 in the Lightlark trilogy. Book 1 being Lightlark, book 2 Nightbane. And when I read these books, I rated them pretty low. I think I rated Lightlark 2.5 stars and then Nightbane 3.5. But I cannot stop thinking about them. And I think that I have to reread them physically because I listened to the audiobooks of those when I was traveling, road tripping from Maryland to Texas and then back. That's when I listened to them. And I feel like I was paying attention because I was into the story, but I couldn't fully pay attention because I was literally driving. Like, I had to be aware of my surroundings. I couldn't immerse myself in the story. And I remember thinking that it just wasn't that well written, at least Lightlark. And then Nightbane, I liked it a lot more because I like one of our male leads, Grimm, a lot. And so the way that Nightbane ends, I'm just so excited for Sky Shade. They have different versions of Sky Shade. We have just the regular one with the green, and then the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. But I really like the green, so I think that's the one I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna be reading it as soon as it comes out. And right now, Target, if you didn't know, because you're gonna see this tomorrow, Target's having a buy one get one half off sale till the 21st. I'm picking Lightlark and Nightbane up for sure. And then third on the list is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Another book that blew up on TikTok. Everybody was reading this. I believe it's available on Kindle Unlimited. This is the Fairy Loot exclusive edition of this book, which is really nice. I really like it. And so I'm hoping that I love the book. I'm assuming that this is a book in series. I don't know how long the series is going to be, but it's a long book, but it is romantasy, which any romance and romantasy book, I feel like you can get through them really quickly. So this is another one that I want to read before the end of the year so that I can partake in the hype. Another hyped book, Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. This is also known as The Crimson Moth in the UK. But again, another book that people seem to really love. It's witches though. The other one was, we have dragons and what? Is it like fae or what are they? It doesn't say in the blurb. It just says an assassin. Oh, a group of powerful fae. So yeah, Fae and Dragons, Witch and Witch Hunter. I heard that people said this is like a cat and mouse situation, which I don't really think I've read a lot of that, other than Reckless by Lauren Roberts, which, Nat. We've got like fruit flies. Yeah, so other than that, which I didn't love Reckless, if you can catch that reading vlog, I'll link it up. It was just not great. Another one that I want to read is The Will of the Many by James Islington. I don't think that I've heard a single bad thing about this book. I'm sure it's out there. I just haven't seen it. Everybody loves this book. Book 1 in series. Again, I don't know how many there's going to be. And this is a long one. A long one with the tiniest print. And James said, use that page, girl. Because look at it. But from what I hear, this is gonna freaking blow my mind, and I'm a little nervous about it because I feel like somebody said it was dark academia, kind of. I'm hoping that it's not dark academia, but more so just like an academic setting. And from what I see, it says at the elite academy. So I'm hoping that this is just more in a school setting and not so much like dark academia. But I hear that it's Roman inspired, like there's Roman, I don't think it's a mythology, I'm not sure, but I mean, based on the cover, it looks like it. This book did get a new cover, and I heard that the subsequent books are gonna be published with those covers. I hope that that's not true. I know it's true because I've seen it. I've seen it being like on the Barnes website for pre-order. But I hope they still continue these because it could just be me, but I freaking love this cover. I think it's cool. And it's like that matte feeling. I like it. It's very much giving me the academic vibe. So, The Will of the Many, I don't know what it's about, or else I'd tell you, but I don't know. It says, the truth is that I've been sent to the academy to find answers, to solve a murder, to search for an ancient weapon, to uncover secrets that may tear the Republic apart, and that I will never ever cede my will to the empire that executed my family. To survive, though, I will still have to rise through the academy ranks. I will have to smile and make friends and pretend to be one of them and win. Because if I cannot, then those who want to control me, who know my real name, will no longer have any use for me. And if the hierarchy finds out who I truly am, they will kill me. Infiltrating sounds like a fun time. So there's that. That one's like the only one that's different. I think most of these are romantasy, except for this one. So the other ones, the next two I want to read are available on Kindle Unlimited. We have Zodiac Academy, Book 1, The Awakening. This is the traditionally published version of the book. There's the indie ones, and then there's this one. I don't know if when it got traditionally published, it also got revised. Not sure about that. But I will be reading this one because it's the one that I own. And I have heard that with this is talked about being a bully romance. I've never read a bully romance. I don't really even know what that is. Context clues tells me that the guy's gonna be a dick and the girl's just gonna put up with it and eventually fall for him. But everybody says that book 1 is not indicative of like the series as a whole, and that you have to push through book 1, which bothers a lot of people. It doesn't bother me. Like, I will put in the work through book 1. I think Guild is another one, the Plated Prisoner series, where they're like, book 1 is not like the rest, but you do need to read it. So I'll be reading it with an open mind, and I mean, not a lot bothers me, so I'm hoping that I'll be cool. But I think the premise is cool. The fact that there's so many freaking books, like over 9 books, is crazy. But you know, they're not, doesn't look too long. If the rest are like this, then we're fine. We'll see. I'll be reading this one. This should be a quick read. I hope that I am just captivated by the story and want to binge it like everybody else. Next one is Quicksilver. This is an indie published copy, and this is the discreet cover. The other one has the dude on the cover. This guy is the cover, but I didn't want him on my cover, so I got this one a while back, and I really just picked it up because it was blowing up. Literally every video on my FYP was people talking about this book and saying that this was one of their favorite book boyfriends, that this was just so good. The banter. Oh no, I just folded it. We'll see. This is with Faye, I believe. I'm assuming. I mean, we've got butterflies. If that doesn't scream Faye, I don't know what does, but we'll see. I've heard mixed stuff about this one, but I think I'll like it. Like I said, I'm not that picky. And then the last three are 3 books in one trilogy. Listen, I'm going to show you. I have a whole Cassandra Clare shelf, and I had the entirety of the Mortal Instruments also, but I read the first 5 books and then I unhauled it. Actually, my brother has those now because I had them all in this with the spines like this, which I love. I think they did an amazing job with these spines. They're amazing. I also like the covers, but the spines are truly amazing. And I own probably every single Cassandra Clare book in her Mortal Instruments, Shadowhunter world. And I only read those first 5. I didn't even finish the Mortal Instruments. But I did hear somebody say that you should read the Infernal Devices and then read book 6 in the Mortal Instruments. So that's what I intend to do. But at the very least, I want to read the Infernal Devices this year because I want to get through all those. I know that I'm probably not going to be keeping them all, especially like the other novels like the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, the Bane Chronicles. I don't see myself keeping those unless I absolutely love them. The trilogies themselves, I can see myself keeping them if I like them. And I feel like this is the next one, the one that people say to read. Also the one that's most beloved. So I have to start because they take up a lot of space on my shelves. And like I said, those are all brand new books. I bought them brand new and I don't want to keep them if I'm not gonna love them, especially because it's been so long. Like those came out so long ago. It's time. It's time to delve into the Shadowhunter universe and finish out everything or unhaul it. But yeah, those are the 10 books on my TBR for 2024. Of course, we're going to be reading more books than this, but these are the ones that I'm going to be prioritizing, the ones that I need to finish before the end of the year. So if you've read any of these, let me know what you thought, because that always influences me. If I see somebody say they hated a book, I might take a minute to pick it up. But if somebody says that they freaking loved a book, that they binged it, that they couldn't like put it down, then I'll pick it up immediately. So let me know what you thought of any of these. Let me know what books are on your radar, which ones you want to get through before the end of the year, because I'm always looking to add books to Libby. I always want to have an audiobook on at all times. I'm a huge audiobook listener, so let me know. As always, thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye.